got this Blitz Carbonair power cleaner from a proxy service called Baiyi. I'll put the link in the description. Essentially, a proxy is just a middleman who helps you get parts from a different country. And so this one that was straight imported from Japan came from one of the auction sites out there, which is Yahoo. So I bought it off Yahoo. Baiyi essentially shipped it to their warehouse. They inspected the product and then sent it to me for a fee. So here's the air box itself, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove this airflow sensor, and that's super easy to remove, and then we'll install that one on the little extension part that they provided for us. Yeah, it shouldn't be really too hard to take the air box out. So you have this wire that runs to the airflow sensor here. And this is pretty easy connection to remove. There's a clip right there, and all you have to do is you push it that way, don't push it this way, push it that way, and it pops off just like that. And you don't have to worry about this because it's just a clip that's on there. So once you do that, you can remove this little portion here. So there's this panel here that literally just comes off, and you'll find your battery in the back here. This is usually for accessories. So you'll see I already have the tool on there, but you'll want to remove the negative terminal just as a precaution before doing anything to the car, especially on newer cars where, you know, there's a computer and the computer is saving data to everything. So yeah, you don't want to mess with that. Again, I don't know if anything really would happen, but your car should either be in sleep mode or you should try to remove the negative battery terminal. Yeah, so once you finish removing it, here's that end. It just slides off of the top there. So now we're good to go. So there you go. That's the airflow sensor right there. So you push down on this part here, pops off just like that. You'll want to move this to the side to make sure the pins don't get dirty or anything. So yeah, now we're gonna add this to that extra part that they included. So instructions say that we should attach this extra rubber ring here onto the mass flow sensor before installing it. So I'm just gonna take that extra ring and put it in there. All right, the ring fits perfectly. I'm gonna be using this little piece here. That's gonna go on here, just like that. So I installed this little shield first, and now we'll go ahead and install the mass flow sensor. The sensor is going to be oriented so that the connector side points out this way, so to the right side, and then we're just gonna bolt on here and then on the other side here. All right, so we have the mass airflow sensor now attached to it. So that's done. We can put this to the side. So we just removed this part here. So two things I forgot to record were, one was how the stock airbox sounds like under the engine. I was too excited when I got this part and I just started creating the video without taking that video. And then the second is taking off the top part of the airbox. It's super simple. It's a top that it's literally two latches you release. The top comes off and then you can remove the filter that's inside in the middle, and then that's what you end up with here. Essentially, air goes in through the vent into here, straight into the airbox. This is attached by only two little pins, so all you really have to do is pull this up and then shift out. This is the Lasher Mini part. All you have to do is wiggle and you'll feel it essentially come out. It's only on there by these little like inserts. So there's one insert there, and then this is an insert entry. So you'll see that's essentially where it came from. Now that the OEM airbox is out, this is the space essentially that it leaves. It's a pretty big open space. And we'll continue building this part. So now what we have to do is attach this ring. So it's just gonna go right there. All right, so just ran into our first issue, nothing big. So we're provided this extension right here that essentially goes down to the body, and you have to bolt it right there. That way it's stable and it's not moving. The only issue is that this hose here is smaller than the one on the Japanese version. So you'll see that the part hangs there and the connector is literally that one that you see there, and we still have about a good 8 inches probably before we can reach that. So what we're gonna do is probably gonna go to the store quickly and find an extension part so that we can bolt it down to here. So I just got back from Ace Hardware, and what we did was just attach a 6-inch mending brace to the original one here. So if I go this way, you see it's attached there now. And so now all we have to do is take out this bolt here, which you see I already have halfway sort of out, and just bolt this part down, and then we should be done with that part. All right, we're heading to the store again. I didn't get it on video, but when I was trying to put the bracket back on this little nut here, this is the second one, there's two there, but it fell in. The bracket kind of catapulted this little bolt, so now I need to go and get a replacement for this. These are usually ordered online because it is a bolt for cars, but hopefully they have something similar. And if not, again, this is for the airbox. I don't need that. If I can just find the bolt, which I will, just like that, then we should be all good. So I was able to finally put the bracket in. So that's what the bracket looks like with the extension. The bolt that I got was for, or is for, automotive purposes, and so it'll be just a replacement for the new one that I'm gonna order, which is this exact one here. I did get one of the magnetic extensions to see if I could find that other bolt down there, but I think it's gone, so it'll probably fall off when I'm driving. Hopefully there's no rattle and stuff, but yeah, now we can start connecting the end part. It's almost done. So we got the adapter on now. What we're gonna do is tighten it a little bit. We'll reattach the airflow sensor onto the side over here. And then yeah, we'll turn it on and see how it sounds. I think that everyone has their dream car, and then there's also the car that they dream to drive, but they don't necessarily think it's like their dream car. For my dream car, it'd be a Lotus, probably a Lotus Evora, an Exige, year doesn't matter, but a car that I dream to drive is honestly this smart car. It probably has to do with how fun the car is to drive in GTA. For those of you that know about the Toyota Crown is supposed to be more of a luxury line vehicle, more than a sports car. So Toyota did their best to isolate all of the noise that goes into the cabin when you're driving. And with that said, there's not really much you can hear from the intake outside, because again, the cabin inside is doing a great job at insulating, but you can still hear it a bit, and it does sound great. Yeah, I just took it out for a little test drive. It sounds pretty good. It looks good. Definitely complements the engine. Definitely need to do a cleanup. You see how dusty and dirty it is, but yeah, I'm really excited. It looks really, really good. And yeah, hopefully if anyone has a platinum Crown as well, I hope this intrigues you to purchase one of these.